Let me know what time you have for your mind. Where you at? Come on. Cowboys needs for week 2 times the Jets matchup. Let's go. Mama said there'll be days just like this. Come on. Let me know if the audio's straight too, by the way. And happy Friday to you and you. And you. Appreciate each and every last one of you all. Hey, this would not be possible without you all, by the way. The driving force for the nation. Yup. Let's go. They say ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a Law Nation groove? Hey, ho, come on. Jump on in one way or another. Cowboys 1-0. And if your team is undefeated, let me know. Come on. Come on. Shout out to the doers. Shout out to those who do stuff out here. Shout out to the content creators. Shout out to new media. Appreciate you. Shout out to you, Evans. Dallas Dog in the house. I see you, Alan, over there on the Facebook sides of things. We almost finished building the plane while it's in the air. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, yup. Hey, Briggs! I'm getting too old for this. Come on. What's good? Appreciate everybody, man. I tell you guys all the time, be sure to hit the notification bell. We go live at various times throughout the day, and we will be live a little bit later tonight as well. It's Friday. I hope that you guys having a beautiful Friday. The game is this weekend, the Cowboys versus the Jets, for those who don't know. And when there's home games, there are also meet and greets. So there will be a plethora of meet and greets throughout the area. But I would tell you guys, I'm not endorsed by this. You know, a good friend of mine's reached out to me and let me know that tomorrow at the AC Hotel, and I'm going to give you guys the directions there to get there, between the hours of 4 and I believe 6, that they will have Cavante Turpin there, you know. Yeah. And also they will have Rico Dido there. Shout out to him. Yeah. And as well as they will have my guy Tyler Smith at the event. So I would love for you guys, if you can, participate and go out there and, you know, see the players if you're in the area and have a great time. And the location is the AC Hotel. It's in Frisco. If you're familiar with that area, let me know in the chat. And this is the information for the nation. And I will follow that up by providing you guys the accommodations of the email there, or not the email, but the website here. So if you guys want to come out between the hours of 4 and 6, be sure to check those boys out. Shout out to you, JD. He says with the super chat, JD from DC is in the house. Let's go, baby. Come on, let's go. Let's get it, man. All right. And you already know what we about, baby. We about that life, huh? We about that life.
We about that life.
Yes, indeed, we are. So, Cowboy Nation and everyone that's listening. All right, so the Cowboys, we are 1-0. And the Eagles so far is now on top of things. They are 2-0 in this particular division. And you guys should know that, you know, they played last night. Me and my brother, the Twin Maker, we had a show last night, and we were talking about, you know, the play-by-play. And every Thursday night we will be doing those games or what have you, brought to you by PrizePicks. And if you want to be a part of it, just jump in on the link below, and you can be a part of the PrizePicks, the things that we do. in these circles over here. And I really appreciate you guys so much. Alan says, I wish I was in Texas because I would be there, Long. Yeah. So, hey, just plan around it. We got a whole schedule. Hit me up, and we will take good care of you in this area. And shout out to all of the people that's here. So the game, which is right around the corner, the Dallas Cowboys versus the Jets. We got on the picture, you see Quentin Williams. He is a guy, and now let me pull him back up. Quentin is the dude that we will have to worry about on the defensive front. Sauce is the dude we have to worry about in the secondary. CJ, he's a scrappy guy. He's the linebacker. He's the guy that we have to keep eyes on because he tends to make plays. And I can tell you guys that the Dallas Cowboys, this game will come down to this right here. Dak Prescott, the Jets defense. Dak Prescott in the Jets defense, because everybody, mama, uncle, cousin is looking at the angle of, can Dak Prescott be the guy? Can he help out this team? Can he be the guy to steer the ship right? Because we got the best defense in the National Football League, according to the players that's on the team, right? And we got the resources from Dan Quinn, who is a hell of a defensive coordinator that everybody, mama, uncle, cousin can say since he been here. Since he been here, ultimately, the Cowboys defense been one of the tops. We had to move from rank being 32nd on defense when his first year was here all the way down to 15th, right? And then just last season, we moved from 15th to 12th. And there was some glaring holes on our defense. We were still taking the ball away. But one of the things that we had issues and worries about was stopping the run. So I talked to my guy, Shango, this morning, and we were going back and forth on a text, and we was going over, hey, for all of the hard work that the Cowboys did this offseason, one of the glaring things that we can look back on is not just Dak Prescott and how he can utilize whether or not Brandon Cooks will be out there for Sunday night, or whether or not it will be, Sunday evening, or whether or not it will be Mozzie, big boy down inside, that can help solidify and help stop this run. Because we've been having issues, ladies and gentlemen, on stopping the run last season, right? So we want to figure out, is there a way? Could there be a thing out here that we can look back on tape and now with our natural eyes to see whether or not we did the right moves in the offseason to solidify the issues that we had, right? The trepidations that you may have in your heart, soul, and mind. So those are the things, ladies and gentlemen. And I come here to tell you guys right now that even though, the Cowboys beat the brakes off the Giants 40-0, right? There are still people with reservations. There are still people with doubts and saying to themselves, hey, they got Breece Hall. They got Dalvin Cook. Well, we got the isolators over here, baby. The regulators. We got the hitman squad over here, man. And I'm talking about Dono. And you can throw Bell into the mix now, right? Those boys played an unbelievable game last week, although Dono didn't play. But you guys get what I'm saying, right? Shoot. Marquise Bell made you think like, hey, who? And then Wanye, appreciate him. And those are the things that we all have to look at collectively on where this team is heading to. So the things that we need to do versus the Jets, come out with a great start. Set the tone. Understand that, hey, when you are playing against a team that's back against the wall, don't give them any relaxations. Don't make them comfortable at all. This is your house. And if anything, Cowboy Nation, we should feel good. We should feel good about playing at home. Last season, the Cowboys were 7-1, I believe, at home. We should be great. Clemente, that's your name, right? Our tight end room is going to win this game. Just watch straight up blocking, pass catching. Yeah. Let's go. I'm all down for that. I am 1,000%. We 10 toes down on that. I need for those boys. I need for those boys to do their thing. Appreciate everybody that's watching. Be sure to hit that like, share this content. All right, so in other news, before we go diving deep into the other conversational pieces about, what teams ranked above the other, you know what I'm saying, and these sorts, I got a little pushback from Crowder. I think that's how you say his name. And let's see if I can pull his info up. Bear with me right quick. We gonna roll around. But hold on. Before I play this audio, sometimes we can be living in a cycle whereas you think what you got is not important. You think what you have is not good, right? But what other people see what you have is great. And what other people know that you have is awesome. What other people know what you have is something that they dream for. There's a saying, do not spoil what you have by desiring the things that you don't. Because at some point in time, the thing that you do have is something that you dream for, wish for. And the Cowboys got that. And a lot of people sully it based off of information that they receive without context. And what Law do over here, we provide the context, or we provide the information that makes it undebatable, right? You can't debate when we say, hey, you got to contextualize the fact that, yes, we did had for 4 years Jason Garrett with this particular quarterback. And the 3 years now, the 2 seasons that the quarterback finished healthy or finished the season, we did go 12-5. That's not a debatable conversation, right? Even though the coaching staff itself had at least games that we pulled out of the mud that we never seen before. A star-studded player goes down, you might as well go ahead and play the taps over here back in the days, right? That used to be the conversation. Oh, man, one of our stars gone down. But that's not how this team rocks now, because we have the ability to make the necessary adjustments. We have the ability now to change things. And also, when we seeing somebody getting their butt whooped, when we seeing somebody getting their tail beat down, we take them up out of the game. We don't continue to use and abuse said person. All right, so let's listen to this audio right quick. Appreciate y'all.
The one issue that he's had the last couple of years are those interceptions. When you review them, do you see a player that has that a little bit of a gunslinger in him, and that's what's leading to the interception, or do you see it as an opportunity for you guys to manufacture interceptions? I don't know if that's the right word, but defensively force them more than the quarterback team.
Right. I think regardless of who the quarterback is, as we all know, we're trying to force them, whether it be deception in coverage, changing the look, whether the rush, the pressure, forcing bad decisions. It's interesting. He has got such a winner's mentality. He has got winner DNA, and you feel it and you see it on the tape, and it jumps out to you. And with all winners, at times, sometimes that's their superpower, and sometimes that's their kryptonite. It'll be interesting to see what version we get on Sunday, but he's a great player. He's very similar to Josh in the fact that he can make plays in the pocket, outside the pocket. He can extend plays. He's been a very good quarterback in this league for a long time. It's going to be a great challenge for us.
It'll be a great challenge for you. So that's his thoughts on the quarterback. Now, of course, somebody going to say, hey, well, what else are you supposed to say? You going to beat him down? He ain't going to give him no material. But let's not be fools, right? Here's the truth of it all, ladies and gentlemen. When you are the hero long enough, you will become the villain, right? Regardless, we've seen this storyline happen over and over again. When we had pieces, whereas I'm old enough to remember when Romo entered the scene, everybody loved him, right? Oh, the media darlings. Oh, my goodness. Britney Spears started dating him. Oh, my goodness. Jessica Simpson started dating him, right? They said he used to pull up in the club and everybody, all eyes on me, you know what I'm saying, was dedicated to him. They took the name Tupac off the album and put Tony Romo name up there, right? And once that sensationalism goes away, then people start making jokes. People start making fun out of his misery, right? And not knowing the whole time, shoot, look who he had around him. Good people, far as the players on the team, terrible coaching. And no matter how we rationalize it, right, and put things under the situation where it's, damn, this dude is learning on the fly. I'm talking about the coach. They blame the quarterback. Injury after injury, blame the quarterback. We can see things with our eyes and say, hey, we need to go get that player. Nah, we good. We don't need Peppers. We good. We don't need X, Y, and Z. We good. And those people, it moved on from him, hear me out, ladies and gentlemen, over to, dare I say, to Dak Prescott. The same umbrella that Romo was under, they put Dak Prescott under the same umbrella. The same thing. So now 8 years in, going into this 8th season, people are looking for results. People are looking for results. We had more, in the last 2 seasons, we did more with this coaching staff and organization than in the last 27 years, right? Or the last 26 years. Because we finally got real coaching into the mix. It's going to go over a lot of people's head, right? But that's just how it goes. All right, so next we have this whole conversational piece.
Cowboys locker room. We know how great that Cowboys defense is, but the last 2 years in the postseason,
let me know if you can hear audio.
Held them back. What would be your honest assessment of Dak Prescott if you were in that locker room?
I would pull Dak to the side. If I was in the locker room, my honest assessment of Dak is he's never going to win a Super Bowl. He's not good enough. I'm not a fan of Dak.
Hey, don't talk bad about him later. Don't talk bad about him later. Don't talk bad about him.
I've been saying it for years.
Oh, stop right here, Channing. Hush your mouth. Stop. A lot of people will say, hey, man, that's not fanboying. And my guy Shango was like, hey, don't talk bad about him later. Because that whole Pivot podcast, for those who were there, actually, we were there. First Resources, per Law Nation, per J Tuck, per Shango. We were there. Right there. That's where the VIP section is at. He was cheerleading. Now, 2 things can be true, right? He could be one way on the field and one way off of the field. But my thing is, when he say, hey, I'm not a fan of Dak Prescott, you was that day. We heard numerous conversations. So my thing is with this right here is we're going to add the full body of work of context. What if I told you guys that in 2021 and in the NFL history, no quarterback won a playoff game with 14 or more penalties? What if I told you that? But somehow, one way or another, the penalties falls on the quarterback. Now, granted, he didn't play well in 2021. But for dog sure, those penalties. Do anybody want to challenge me? Do anybody want to say, hey, yeah, man, you can win with 14 to 15 penalties in a game? Those shouldn't be. Those are excuses. Well, lo and behold, I'm going to tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, who's listening, who watched the game last night? The Eagles versus the Vikings. And it's a collective team sport. I'm going to ask you guys that's in the chat. Shout out to you, Alan. She said she watching, Do the Eagles win that game without those 4 turnovers? Do they win that game without those 4 turnovers? Eagles look mid. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say here is that it's a collective team win. In the last 2 seasons, Jalen Hurts now is literally 23 or something like that, 23-2 or 23-3. So what we got to understand here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls who's listening, is that these Dallas Cowboys, hold on, give me 1 second. I got someone calling me. Hold on. Damn. Every time I get to cooking, baby, hold on, give me 1 second. I'm gonna get to cooking in a few seconds. Matter of fact, I'll play the audio out, and then I'm gonna text this person, let him know I'm live.
He's going to mess up in the big moments. But if I was a Vander Esch, who plays my position, if I was a D-Law, if I was a Michael Parsons, who's a good friend of mine, I would invite him to a nice dinner. I would sit him down, Zach, and I would tell him, you're the problem of why we're not winning. This defense, bro, they brought in Stephon Gilmore to put on the opposite side of Trevon Diggs. Like, they have Malik Hooker was over there, Vander Esch and Harper at linebacker who both can play. That front four, Dante Fowler is a backup on that deep. Bro, this defense is a monster defense. You have all these all-pros. Zach Martin is going to the Hall of Fame. Smith, the tackle, he's a Hall of Fame type player. You have all this talent. Tony Pollard, CeeDee Lamb. You're bringing Brandon Cooks, who's a Blazer. Bro, I love this roster. And you know what's going to happen is what I say all the time, Zach. There's going to be a playoff game. You're going to be down by 4. It's going to be 1 minute and 37 seconds left on the clock, and your ass got to go get a touchdown. And Dak is not going to do it. I've watched Dak fail over and over again. The 49, if you say the two numbers 40 and 9 to Dak, he can't sleep that night. Zach, we watched it 2 years in a row.
You're right.
You're going to put some people that can rush on him, and Dak is not going to be able to perform there. The problem with the Cowboys is their overpaid quarterback, Dak Prescott. I've said it 100 times, and I do not believe Dak will ever get a ring on his right finger. Somebody will marry him. He's a good-looking dude and very smart, but I don't believe Dak will get a ring.
Let's go, fool.
All right, so basically, and I got my guy right here, and this is not even the updated version. Do y'all see Dak Prescott's name over there on that list? If that's the case, for what he's saying, and I don't even see Dak Prescott's name on this list, there should be 10 Super Bowls. Josh Allen should have, Daniel Jones should have a Super Bowl, right? Because he's paid really, really nice over here. Josh Allen should have a Super Bowl. Well, Pat Mahomes got 2 of them, so that $45 million was a hell of a great investment over there. Oh, Deshaun Watson, Masseuse, Loving Watson, he should have about 2 or 3 Super Bowls. Kyler Murray, I don't even know if he have a playoff win, or you know what I'm saying, or even have multiple playoff wins. But I don't see a Super Bowl, right? And of course, Russell Wilson, he got him 1, right? One can argue LOB got them 1, but hey, he was part of the team, right? Participation, you know. But hey, we ain't gonna shortchange the man. He got him a Super Bowl, and that's all that matter. Aaron Rodgers got him 1 Super Bowl. As great as he is, as great as Aaron Rodgers is, he only got 1 Super Bowl. Okay, Hurts, do you see a Super Bowl on his resume? Oh, he been to the Super Bowl. Okay, and Justin Herb, do he even have a playoff win? Matter of fact, last season was his first time ever hitting the playoffs, right? But I'm trying to figure it out. So is this a one-size-fit-all, you know what I'm saying, type of situation? You get paid the money, the Super Bowl rings and trophies fall out of the sky. Come on, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm trying to figure this out. Now, I would leverage this. When I pull this list back up, which out of these teams could Jason Garrett would have been able to coach and take the team to the Super Bowl with any of those quarterbacks? So you believe in the hearts of hearts, if the Chiefs had Jason Garrett as their head coach, they would have still had 2 Super Bowls. I got to land on the moon if you believe that. I got to land on the moon. All right, so do you believe if Jason Garrett had Aaron Rodgers for his lengthy career, would he had at least 1 Super Bowl? Hurts, Lamar, Herb. I don't think they would. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to be real with y'all, man, one way or another. I'm just telling y'all the real. And on top of that, this list is dated. Because there's another quarterback name up there. Joe Burrows, all of those boys. So when y'all start listening to these people on these 4-ladder, 3-ladder networks, and people like him too, he's not on the 4-ladder or 3-ladder network, but when they start spitting this stuff out, and I heard somebody say, well, hold on. Hold on, Law. What you trying to say? You know what I'm saying? That he got an opinion, why you giving him light, right? Shoot, y'all, if he gonna get paid for his opinion, well, damn it, I'm gonna have to get paid for mine too. So as crazy, because a lot of people say, hey, why you getting light to this? We in a new world, baby. We're in the world of content creations. And I refuse to sit back and wait for the Super Bowl, then I start posting. No, we going to give y'all the play-by-play week for week. And if they talk about one of our Cowboy players, we going to pop off and talk about them. That's just what it is. You see, it's your job, if you're not a content creator, right, to wait for the Super Bowl to do your talking. But it's my job and my responsibility, and it's my passion, you know what I'm saying, to give y'all the play-by-play of what's going on with the Cowboys. So if they gonna get paid talking nonsense, well, dog it, open up that check for me too. Damn. Come on. So it's nonsense. It's flat out nonsense. So that's just what it is. Here's the thing. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate y'all. Seriously, only follow you. I don't watch them networks. Appreciate you. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So they get millions and millions upon millions of views or what have you. And we gonna talk about what they talking about, and then I'm gonna provide context. Because if anybody talking about your son or daughter out there and they talking reckless at the mouth, you gonna talk back about them. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Look at yours. You know what I'm saying? Look at your leg. One leg taller than the other. That's why they call you wee woo walker. You know what I'm saying? One eye don't see straight. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see triples. You know. So they joan about us. We gonna joan and jank about them. That's how this goes, right? So when Shay Sharp say something out of line, I'm on it. You know what I'm saying? And when Stephen A. Smith say something in his hairline way back here, we gonna jump on it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, it's like white. If white is on rice, I'm on it too. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what we gonna do over here. And we classy about it. We ain't gonna do anything too personally. You know, speaking of personal attacks, you know what I'm saying? Let's go. There was a situation and scenario that I got a chance to see. Now, shout out to Prime, shout out to him for what he's going to do this weekend. He got the shades or what have you. And, hey, I got the Prime shades too, man, sent to you. Yes, indeed, baby. So we all working. We all one big family. Shout out to Prime. I just don't have the gold colors. You know what I'm saying? I don't want the gold. I selected the black ones. Give me the black ones, man. But shout out to him. Y'all already know that storyline. But most importantly, I just want to take a little jab at our compatriots. You know what I'm saying? You know, a community out here, you know, in this content creations, you know, we talk about just about everything. So here's a live report of an Eagles fans. You know what I'm saying? This is what they had to say.
We're looking great. Go Birds. Let's go Birds. E-L-V-S-E-L. Eagles.
Something wrong here.
Hey, she said it with her chest. She said it so good with her chest, it had me thinking, is that really how you spell Eagles? It's all love over here. We ain't trying to hit at her, you know what I'm saying? But, hey, dude was trying to take it real hard. He was like, yeah. The whole time, he like, hey, you got to have an E in there somewhere. You got to have an A somewhere in there, too. Come on, give me a G. Come on. L-E-S. Come on, man. So, from now on, when we have Eagle content creators to jump over here, the first thing we ask them, man, spell Eagle, dog. That's on jump. That's on sight. We going to have to let them know, hey, man, before you get started, Spell eagle, you know what I'm saying? hey, Sanjay says, is it possible Howie is pulling a Jerry Jones and trying to get rid of A.J. Brown and elevate Smith to being the number one wide receiver? Now, they did, they paying A.J. $100, $100 million, right? And how can I put this? We all, from a football point of view, I don't think that there's a soul who's naturally like the sport of football to call A.J. Brown trash, right? We refuse to call that brother trash. And from Roll Tide perspective, you know what I'm saying? No, I don't think that people is going to call Smitty trash, right? I don't think any of you guys will call that dude trash. So we do know that they got 2 studded wide receivers. 2 of them. And last night, without Smitty, you know, I don't think that, or the Slim Reaper, however y'all want to call him, I don't think that anybody from a football perspective would think that, hey, they would have been able to win that game, right? Without those 2 boys on the field. Even though A.J., look, there's a thing in football that I want people to understand, that there's a bigger picture. And there's a thing in football, sacrifice, that you got to have the sacrifice. Although A.J. didn't get the numbers far as, and he hurt me too. He hurt me. Me and my brother, we had $2,500, man. We still won. We up $40. But if he would have just gotten or received, I'm going to say, 80 yards, we'd have had $2,500 in our account. Shout out to PrizePicks. Be sure to check those boys out. The link is in the description box. We'd have had $2,500, right? And, of course, if Hassan Reddick would have just had one sack, Hassan, instead of us winning $40, we'd have had $2,500. But that's how the PrizePicks thing go. So what I'm trying to say here is I don't think Howie Roseman is setting up things to make one look better than the other. What we're seeing is a quarterback that got the ability to have one read. And after he go through his one read, they take that away. He's running the ball himself. He took some unnecessary hits, and that is not sustainable for the year. He got away with it last year. He literally had more rushing attempts, ladies and gentlemen, than Tony Pollard last season, right? We're talking about Jalen Hurts. And if you really care about the actual asset that you have out there on the team, you're going to have to reel that in. And what AJ is saying is that, hey, on some of those balls that you have on a go route, vert route, give them to me. That's what the argument was about. Give them to me. Let me go on a 9. Let me go on a post. Because 9 times out of 10, their defense said they're going to make sure someone else beat them, not AJ. And they did that. They rolled coverage, go back and watch the tape, and they had a man underneath. They bracket AJ and said if somebody's going to beat us, it would not be him. And Smitty, one-on-one, show. That's what he's supposed to do. That was the game plan. So, Eagles, from a football perspective, I said this morning. This is not me hating on them, because the people that don't understand and know football as much, they would think, hey, man, this dude just a hater. You know, I think I said it somewhere. I said this right here. Might have to make it smaller, though. All right, so I said this right here. In consecutive weeks, the Eagles' opposing team were more responsible for losing the game than the Eagles were for winning the game. You know, to be fair, it's still early in the season. They still have the chances and opportunity to make their adjustments, right? It should be made. But for now, winning game by the skin of the teeth is a win is a win. I'm paraphrasing because I wrote a whole lot right there. Win is a win, yeah. And that's just what it is. A win is a win. So when the Cowboys play this weekend, our number one goal against the Jets, the score can literally be a 10-12. And if we come out with a win, I'm dancing around. I'm like, yeah, come on, baby. But in the back of my mental, in the back of my mind, I'm saying, man, we got a lot of things to improve on, because if we can only beat the Jets by 2 points, boy, we still got to do some checks and balances, right, in order to win this Super Bowl down the stretch. We should go into this game with extreme confidence, not cocky, but extreme confidence that it's a game at home and the doggone Jets are playing left-handed. We stop the doggone run, we win this game. And the things that we prepared ourselves for this offseason, we should be ready. Mozzie, he should be ready. Jonathan Hankins, he should be ready. Also, Odighi Ozua, he should be ready. Our interior, I'm not worried so much about our outside guys. I'm worried about our interior guys. And this would be a good test to see whether or not we solidified that. Bouncing it to the outside, I know my guys can get there. I know D-Law can get contained, and I know he can stretch it out to the side there. But the most devastating runs for us in the last 2 years been gut runs, spleen runs, you know what I'm saying? Ripping it out of our hearts, type of run. Ain't nothing more demoralizing than the fact that if you can't run or you can't stop the run. Those are old school football stuff. In the game last night, they played the umbrella defense, and the Eagles said, hey, we invite you to run. The Vikings were like, what is a run play? You know what I'm saying? What does that mean? That's why they was able to put up all of those yards. And if we thinking like, shoot, if they can barely slow down Addison, and shout out to Jay Jetta, shoot, we should have picked him last night. If they can barely do those things, we got a plethora of more weapons than the doggone Vikings. And we can run the ball. Yes, indeed. So, Chop Pot says Brees is a stud. He never played against us, and we'll find out. I know who Dalvin Cook is. Donovan Wilson know who Dalvin Cook is, right? So we'll find out, man, this weekend, this game. And it's all within context of looking at this. And that's why you have to talk about the fullness of it, And that's just what it is. So 2-0 is a great thing. I come here to tell you, man, I'm old enough to remember one year the Detroit Lions started the season 5-0, right? And didn't even make it to the playoffs. So let's listen to this dude right here.
The top 5 NFL teams. Number 1, it's the Dallas Cowboys. They just gave the New York Giants a generational ass kicking. A big, fat, how you spell that? P-H-A-T. Fat 40 burger. Number 2, the San Francisco 49ers. Yes, they are the most complete team in the NFL. Brock is making it a really purdy situation. So why aren't they number 1? Number 3, the Miami Dolphins. Tua Tagovailoa and Tyreek Hill are the best quarterback wide receiver duo in the NFL right now. Number 4 is the Detroit Lions. Just beat the defending champs, and they are ready for prime time. Number 5, it's the LA Rams. Stafford was out there showing off the wheels. Seattle was supposed to curb stomp them, but they ended up getting rammed.
It's funny, they got rammed. All right, so to the Eagle content creator or the Eagle fan that's in the chat, those 5 teams that RG3 said, what you think they would have done against the Patriots? You think they would have been in the dog fight? What you think the Vikings would have done to those 5 teams? So now you have to ask yourself, if you insert the Eagles, against the 49ers, and you guys were barely scraping against the Patriots and the Vikings. Oh, my goodness, man. It would have been, y'all would have been just sitting over there scratching, in the doggone, the life jacket thing, If y'all had to play against even a team with the kind of caliber of offense of Miami, don't you think that Waddle and Tyreek Hill, y'all got some issues over there on the defense, but, y'all okay, 2-0, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you want to have a parade, have it, But the reality of it is, you guys got plenty of improvement that need to happen, right? And the thing that would not blow up because y'all got Grace and Mercy for the 4-letter, 3-letter network. That little spat on the sideline, y'all privileged to have that without anybody talking about that at large levels, right? They'll touch on it a little bit. But, man, that would have been a topic line on everybody's shelf. Even if it was, let's say, Jalen Brooks on our team talking to Dak Prescott that way. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be a star-studded wide receiver. Oh, man, they would have turned that thing and flipped it upside down. Sanjay says they won because of the O-line and running game. Smitty was wide open on those routes. Yes, indeed, wide open because one-on-ones. One-on-one, that DB on the outside, shoot. That DB was like, hey, wait a minute. On one play, he literally had inside leverage, and I don't know what happened to number 22. I thought that he was at some point a real good safety. He was looking like J.J. Wilcox out there, minus the hits. Does A.J. not respect his quarterback? Would have been the, oh, my goodness, those headlines. Hey, right now, the 4-letter, 3-letter network, wish they can have a spat out like that on the sidelines. No doubt, man. Yeah, they won Riverside John. My guy, man. And this is what I like about Riverside. He calls in, he gives a little heat about Dak Prescott, but he knows objective analysis when he see one, right? He ain't one of those fair weather fans to say, hey, this guy's great, that guy's great, because, you know, of the quarterback play, whatever. That's a greater analysis there. You know what I'm saying? The DBs look for help. Yes, indeed. And then you can only roll coverage so many ways, right? Yeah. How she spell Eagle again? Verdi, I got you right here. Let me see how she spelled it one more time.
We're looking great. Go Birds. Let's go Birds. E-L-D-S-E-S, Eagles.
I never thought I'd find anybody to top Monty. But if we found someone to top Monty, maybe that's his daughter. But I'm going to say this right here, ladies and gentlemen. That goes to show you, man, a fella, he ain't going to mess up his slide. You know what I'm saying? He ain't going to mess up his side piece or his dish. He was sitting there the whole time like, he wasn't confident in her spelling Eagles, and he didn't want to call her out. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to mess up his connection a little later on. You know what I'm saying? So he like, she wrong as all get off of it. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm going to go ahead and just let her be wrong. Yeah, go Birds. Sean Mack says, Eagles have the best impression so far. Eagles lost. Eagles lose if Jefferson holds on to the ball before halftime. Yeah, I mean, they have the best unimpressed. I can't even talk, man. Unimpressed so far. So yeah, lack of impressions, because that's what you were trying to say, Sean, right? So they're not looking clean at all because of those things. We seen self-inflicted wounds on both teams, right? Patriots last week, and then this week, of course, the Vikings. You know what I'm saying? God have mercy on that lady. E-L-G-S-L. Come on, baby. That's how you spell it, baby. Jets. Come on, I see you, fam. And they did not impress me at all. Yeah, that's what he tried to say. Yeah, you did not impress. Unimpressive and all of that. They were not impressed, or we were not impressed. Just how it goes. Here, the modifier of the word, is all thrown off everywhere. It could be karma hitting me back up. Let's see how we can say it one more time. Hold on. This is why it happened.
We're looking great. Go Birds. Let's go Birds. E-L-D-S-E-S, Eagles.
All right, so hold on. Okay. My brother sent me something that's too long though. I'm gonna play that next time. Then it's Von Miller and as well as Stephon Diggs. They got a podcast that they talked about. Cowboy Nation. I gotta split out. But like I said, it's gonna be a 2-part of this series. So a little later on tonight, we will be back live. Terrence Shorts, appreciate you, dog. We're going to talk to everyone, and we're going to get things going in the right way, in the possible way, best for this particular season. Be sure to tomorrow, if you can't make it out to the event, there will be an event at 4 o'clock. Let me give you guys that information once again. And I really want to see y'all beautiful faces out there at the event. For those who don't know, we will have at this particular event, and I'm not sponsored by them at all. I'm just, helping them out. Cavante Turpin will be there. Tyler Smith will be there. Rico Dido will be there. And it's Sports Connections, and we're going to give you guys the link here. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me give y'all all of the ingredients of who all going to be there. And just let them know, man, hey, man, Law sent me, man. I'm there, you know what I'm saying? I want to meet Rico Dido. I want to meet Cavante Turpin. I want to meet my guy, Terrence, Tyler Smith, I meant to say. So, yeah, here it is right here. Hold on. Bear with me. Hail Mary. Run quick, see. Boom. These are the people that we're going to have at this event. Cavante Turpin, Tyler Smith, Rico Dido. So check out Sports Connections, and that's the link right there, and I'm going to pin it to the top of my page. And at 4 o'clock, we'll be there at the AC Hotel, down in Frisco. So I can't wait to see y'all beautiful faces out there. And keep in mind that these events is a fan event, fan event, not an event to go over there and talk noise to a player. Like, hey, man, I can't wait to see you, man. I told you, you know what I'm saying? Why you drop the ball? None of that stuff, man. Yes, and Jay said, Law be wearing that button out.
He ain't lying.
Yes, indeed. Cowboy Nation, we'll be back around a little later on tonight. But check us out, man. We got unbelievable things out for you and you and you and you and you that's watching. And I can't wait to see y'all, man. One way or another, Cowboy Nation, let's continue to grind and shine. DC for life, not for short. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Hey, I got to give you some music on the way out. I just can't leave, you know what I'm saying? Joseph Sandberg, appreciate you. He says, Law, do me a favor. Show Josh Allen turnovers in the past 19 games. Oh, I believe he had about 80 some of them. Something around that number. A lot of turnovers. But those goes on blind eyes and deaf ears. The most important thing that happened around here, I feel you, man. Notifications ain't working, but you're here now. Shout out to Rewind Game, man. Rewatch Game. We need to come up with a name, DVR Game. If you're an RWG, Rewind or Rewatch Gang. Gang. Let me know. That's all I ask over here. That's all I ask.
All I ask.
If you rewatch this, let me know in the chat. They say a prize fighter, even when he's falling, you continue to swing, knowing that any punch could be the right one. And it's all about your sure will and determination to see anything all the way through. It's not how rocky the road is. It's not how slippery the driveway may be or the terrain. People think that success is just like this, but in actuality, there's a lot of peaks. There's a lot of valleys. And once you get to the top, there's a lot of people who will throw rocks at you to get you off of it. Those who way at the bottom. But not knowing. But if they look a little harder and they look a little closer. Law Nation, when I climb to the top, what makes me different from anyone else is that I got a rope for you to hold on to. And I'm gonna pull you up out of there inch by inch, as strong and as much as I can. I'm gonna give you help. I'm gonna give you, even if you don't like me, I would prefer you to live. And that's what the nation will do for you. I'm just built different. So anything you guys need, a shoulder to lean on, I got you. Someone to talk to in the deepest, darkest hours of your life. I'm there for you and you. I never forget when we helped John go to that game. He said, man, I love the Cowboys. I never got a chance to be close to the stadium. I want to go to the game. Y'all scoffed. Some of the haters scoffed and laughed at him when he called in. It really touched my heart. But we figured out a way to get good John at the game. His first game, we undefeated when he goes to the game, by the way. Dak Prescott hung 40 points on the Eagles that day. But his heart and determination was there. He watched every show faithfully. He even put on the show and where he lives at, and everybody in that community, at that home health agency, everybody watch, everybody know who Laudation is. They said, man, they don't even like the Cowboys, but this dude with the beard, he keep talking, and he keep motivating, he keep pushing the things over, and he gives John a little life here. So that's what determination is. See, we know what food tastes like. We know what it feels to chew on some good food, drink our beautiful beverages. He never got a chance to eat off of a fork or with his hands. That's John. He's just like you and I. Die-hard Cowboy fan, win, lose, or draw. He might complain less than most of y'all. But his determination, if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, or plan, and lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply, oh just simply, go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence and stern pertinacity. If neither cold, poverty, or famish, or fame, or the sickness of your body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset with the help of Almighty, even if you spell Eagles wrong, she spoke it with her chest, huh? She did. And she will get it, right? And you will get it too, Cowboy Nation, and everyone that's listening. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. One more time, let me go to the new Monty. The new Monty. The new Monty. For the new Monty, Monty's daughter.
Let's go Birds, E-L-D-S-E-L-E-L.
I'm still gonna poke fun at
Something wrong here.
Hey, let's go, baby. Roll those crates.
Something wrong here.
E-L-G-S-E-L, baby, Montisha. Hey, boy, Dak, man, you crazy. Come on, baby, Montisha, that's her name. And them, Montisha and them. Come on. E-L-G-S-E-L, baby. Shout out to you, Nina. Come on. Hey. 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 Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hey. Let's go to Monty though. Let's go to Monty, man.
We answered. I talked stuff. I thought we had it, but it goes to show you who's a better team. And I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
I'm hurt. I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You're gonna flap the hat
Just
one more time for the Eagles for the hard fight they
Just
did.
one more time, bro.
Let's go, birds fly, Eagles fly. Still Super
Yeah,
Bowl
that bird flying on top of his head, man. Let's get on up out of here. Oh. Hey, man.
You want to talk about a playmaker? That's a playmaker. He made the play.
Montisha. Oh my gosh, man. I'm crying, man. On a Friday, baby. Let's go. Salute. Montisha. Oh boy, I was looking like, man, I ain't gonna correct her. I gotta give me a little bit tonight.
Take a drink of my cigarette.
Hey, bro, come on, dog.
We're looking great. Go Birds. Let's go Birds. E-L-D-S-E-S-E-S.
Gosh, something wrong here.
All right. All right.